If I'm just starting out as a voiceover talent, how much should I charge? And should I charge per minute or per word? That's what we're going to talk about today on Speak Easy Live. So if you're ready, let's get started. Hey, what's happening? Welcome back to Speak Easy Live. Of course, this is the place where we can talk about your voiceover career, especially if you're just starting out. If we are meeting for the very first time, hello, my name is Anna. I am an active freelance voiceover talent. And really, the purpose of this channel is to help aspiring voiceover talents like yourself with some practical tips and tricks that I swear by. So consider subscribing to the channel and also tapping that notification bell. This is so you get first dibs on the new video that is full of practical tools that you can use to achieve your voiceover goals. So as per usual, IG, the comment section, Facebook, and your emails to me are actual treasure troves of such good question. And I really tend to feature questions that have been asked multiple times. So let me just tell you what the question is again. So this is coming from Kenchikon Magno. How much should I charge as a new voiceover talent? And should I charge per minute or per word? Such a good question. And thank you, Kenchikon, for asking me that question. So I can't really tell you exactly how much you should charge because we are all different. You're different from me, and I'm different from you, and I'm different from the next person when it comes to what is worth it, what is worth my while, and what is not worth my while. So I can't really tell you what to charge because you're going to have to come up with that on your own, but I will give you some advice and tips on how you can actually get there. Okay. So I decided to give you 5 tips to help you come up with your rate. Now, please, these are my personal opinion and these are my observation as I have gone through this myself. So I had to figure it out myself. And of course, I'm talking to the home based voiceover. Okay. So you're managing your own voiceover business as opposed to those with agents and as opposed to those who have been contracted by large agencies because they would usually have their budget set already. So take what you think will help your journey as a voiceover talent, and whatever doesn't help you, just check it out the window, okay? But these are my 5 advice for you. Okay, so let's start with advice or tip number 5. I always say, don't be afraid to start small. If you're just beginning your journey as a voiceover talent, chances are you don't have a body of work to back up the rate that you want to charge your client, right? So, of course, this is what you actually need for a successful career, a body of work that will speak for you, for your skill. This is something that your client, your potential client, can refer to so that they can see if you are a match for their product or for their project. So you can get the chance of building your portfolio or your demo reel by getting clients. Okay. Where do you find clients like this who would want to work with you even though you don't have anything to show for it yet? This is my advice for you. Look for smaller clients with a smaller budget. So that means they can't really afford or they don't have the luxury of getting a much experienced voiceover than you. That is your way in. So you're probably asking me, how do you give them a rate? And that's a good question. So with smaller clients, what you can ask them is, what is your budget for your voiceover? They'll probably tell you like a slightly lower rate than what they actually have pegged in their budget lineup. Okay, so you have to learn how to haggle, okay, but with the intention of closing the deal in the end. Because remember, you need to build your portfolio. Okay, so let's just say they said, you know what? All I can give you is $10 for this. So you're prepared to haggle. So maybe say, okay, what about $15? Can you give me $15 for this one? Maybe they'll say, no, maybe I can give you 12. And then say, okay, let's do it. Let's do it for $12. But if they say something like, no, you know what? $10, that's all I can give you. My trick with that is I'll say something like, okay, you know what? Since this is the first time we're working together, I'll agree to $10 if you give me another project in the future, or if you consider me again in your next project. I'll do this for $10. So you don't appear like you're desperate to get a client. It's just that you're haggling with them and you're securing another project with them in the end. And that's okay. That's okay with clients because they know that you need more projects. And if they agree, then wonderful. You have a secured gig after this gig, even though you're getting it for a smaller amount than you would like to. And as you know, when you're just starting out, it can't just be about the money. You're going to have to look at the other benefits of starting small, or the other benefits of actually getting the work. So you're asking me, what are the benefits of starting small or earning next to nothing? Well, because you're just starting out, apart from getting your foot in the voiceover world or the voiceover industry, this is how you will learn how it feels to have a client, okay, to have accountability, and how it feels to do actual voiceover work. Okay, you're not doing it for a school project, you're not doing it to just do a demo reel, or you're not just practicing. This is for an actual client who will get back to you if they find something that is not at par with what they're expecting. So, this will actually build your self confidence and learn how to deal with criticism from clients, because you know that criticisms are coming, right? And it's just part of the whole deal. And all of this, all of these things, taking them constructively and actually doing work and getting better at it, it comes with experience and time. So, this is the time that you can use to learn all of these things. And remember, the higher paying clients tend to criticize more. Okay. So, this is a good practice field for you to do it. So, you're not just doing it for the money, but you are doing it for the experience. And I know a lot of voiceover talents hate it when people say, do it for the exposure, do it for the experience. But where else will you learn? Don't knock the small beginnings, because there are so many things that you can benefit from when you take care of these early stages of your career. So take advantage of it, take advantage of learning as you go. So there you go. That is my first advice for you. So now let's just say you have your demo reel and you presented it to different clients already. So now here they are asking for your rate. So let's talk about the things that you should consider before giving your rate. So, number one, what kind of a project is it? Because as you know, a corporate read will be very different from an audiobook. So that's very different. Like, you would not give the same rate for an IVR as you would for, let's say, dubbing or voice acting. Those are different animals. So you should not rate them the same way. So that's one thing that you should consider. Now, if you don't know the different niches in the voiceover world, you might want to check out a video that I have out already. I'll put it up here so you can check it out. Second thing that you should consider before giving out your rate is, are you recording in a studio? Okay, is that all you need? You walk in there, you read the script until the client is satisfied, and then you walk out, because they have their own sound engineers, they have their editors, they have everyone in there, and all you have to do is walk in and walk out. But if you are working from your own studio, so you're doing it home based, you should consider the fact that you will be using your own equipment, you'll be using your own electricity, you'll be cleaning up the file, taking out the mistakes and the heavy breathing and all of that. So you will have to take that into consideration. And number 4, I'm sorry, how much time do you think you will spend on it? So, like my example earlier, an audiobook will be different from an IVR. An audiobook will take you days to complete. An IVR will take you what, 15 minutes. So that's why you should consider the length of the script and what it demands from you. And number five, you should also consider the due date of the project. How many days for the turnaround? Is it 2 days? Is it 3 days? Is it 4 days? A rush project is like 24 hours and below. If they need it immediately, you can charge more for that. So, those are the things that you should consider when you try to build your rate card or when you present your rate or your quotation to a potential client. Now, let's get to the second part of Kenji-kan's question. She asked, should you charge per word or per minute? But before that, I really hope you're getting value from this video so far. And I really do hope that you can share this with your family or your friend, especially that friend who is considering getting into the whole voiceover world. And also, if you're liking this video, give me a thumbs up right now. Okay, back to the question, charge per word or per minute? It will be very hard to charge per minute as it will depend on the delivery of a particular script. Like a happy person will talk much faster than a sad person, and an explainer video will have a different speed than an audiobook reader. So it's hard to charge per minute because it will depends so much on your delivery. That is why a more reliable gauge would be to charge per word. And this is a good way to also come up with your base price. So let's have an example. I had a video a while back, which is called How to Make Money on Fiverr. And over there, I had said that you can start as low as $10 so that you can start getting clients, so you can attract clients with smaller budgets to you and build your demo reel there as well as get high ratings and also get some good reviews. So I did say that $10 per 200 words. So let's just say that is what we're going for. $10 for 200 words, that's the limit. So if you do the math, and I did the math in advance because I'm not very good in math, $10 for 200 words is 0.05. So that will be your base price per word. 0.05 cents. We're talking dollars, okay, because our example is Fiverr. So 0.05 cents per word, okay? So let's just say the project is 1,000 words. So that will be 50 US dollars. And then 500 words, that will be 25 US dollars. So you do the math and consider, ask yourself, is this worth doing it for this much? As I am just starting out, as I am just building my portfolio, is this worthwhile? Because for me, it is, especially if you get a lot of these small projects, they pile up. So, again, you have to let your client know that you charge per word, not per minute. Okay, got it? So, type it down on the comment section down below, per word, not per minute. That is how I charge. So again, remember, this is the bare minimum. Okay, your base price is your bare minimum. What do I mean by that? That just includes recording. Okay, and if they need anything more than that, of course, as I said, you have to clean your file, take out the mistakes, take out the long breaths, the long pauses, but that's it. Anything more than that, that's when add-ons come in, and that's advice number two. But before that, just a quick reminder, please do subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't yet, please do tap the notification bell. This is just so you know if I have any new videos coming out, and you get first dibs on that. Okay, so tip number two is give a base price and have your add-ons ready. What are add-ons? As I said, your base price just includes you recording and cleaning up your file. So what if they ask for music? You should charge extra for that because that will take up more time from you, because you will have to actually take time to look for royalty free music and something that will go well with the project. So that is above and beyond. And then you can also charge for commercial and broadcast rights. You can charge for to split up the files If they need the file split into five, you can charge for that. You can charge for translation. For example, if they need you to translate from English to Tagalog or English to French or English to whatever language you can translate. You can basically charge for anything that you will need to do above and beyond recording and cleaning up the file. That's it. That's the gist of it. But please, as you start your journey as a voiceover talent, I do encourage you to be a little bit flexible and do the charging within reason. Learn how to go the extra mile for your clients so that they will keep coming back. It's really, really important that you be flexible in your early stages so that you attract more and more clients with you. All right, so that's advice number two. We are going down to the last tip. But before that, I would just like to share that YouTube alerted me with some ways that you can help support this channel, help me to keep it going by clicking the super thanks. And you can find that in the bottom of the screen. It's a little heart with a dollar sign inside of it, but that's no pressure to you. It's okay. I'm happy to give you videos with valuable content for free. That's okay. But maybe you can just go through the ads without skipping it. That's one way of supporting this channel. And I thank you in advance for that. Okay, here we go. Tip number one, and I think this is very, very important. You shouldn't be afraid to tell your clients your price. Okay, don't be shy about it. You have to put value on your skill and on your time because being a voiceover talent is skill. Not everybody can do it. Yes, be flexible, especially if you're just starting out. Give room for a little negotiation. This is a business after all, but make sure that nobody takes advantage of you. If you're not comfortable with the rate, or if you feel it in your guts that the client is trying to pull a fast one on you, I always say, you know what? I'm so grateful that you reached out, but I don't think I can accommodate this project at this time. But I'll be happy to work with you next time if we agree on the rate. Do not be afraid to put value on your skill, on your time, and on yourself. So it may take a while before you come up with a solid rate card, and that's okay. Eventually, you'll learn how to compute in your head for different kinds of projects, and in no time, it will be a lucrative business for you. And incidentally, if you want to know how long Fiverr takes to pay you, I have a video on that. I'll just put it up right here. So if you want to click on that right now, I'll see you there. And so, with that, I wish you all a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Please do let me know if there is anything else that you want me to tackle. But until then, I'll see you. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me.